abusia for ya mamu nyina makwa ba bio ba daily update TV. So we for phone so and then no first time me patch and then no first time I will ba be hu daily update about more than so be subscribe like video no. Share na sa kyerɛ wadwen. Na wahu nso na da bia wo hwɛ na wo subscribe abusia you miss a lot course. Daily update the kakra bi na the updates ata say ko so man Ghana etumti but more than subscribe say there will be notification. Abusia yen check ra. So mom get straight to the video ntia wa ha. Abusia as time goes on na ye break video no down.
Or to South. Honorable Abla Jifa Gomashie. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I will, and I hope you are too.
I am blessed to be alive.
And let's go back to Parliament and the conclusion of the State of the Nation's address. Now, you took offense. In fact, yesterday a press conference was held by some of your female colleagues on the minority side to state that they want an apology from the leader of the majority. The issue was comments he made about Professor Nana Jinopokwajiman. What did he say that was so wrong?
Thank you very much, and good morning to your listeners. So, you know, I've said on many platforms that my late mother, was a teacher. When she retired, she sold corn, beans, groundnuts, dairy, and millet and so on at the Medina market. And I told her one day that I wanted to be a lawyer. And I didn't know why she had stopped teaching to sell at the Medina market. And she said, well, I didn't go to the university. And once I retired, this is what is left for me to do so I can keep you in school. However, if you want to go further, you've got to look at the women who are doing well and use them as your role models. I didn't have to know them personally, but listen to them, read about them. If you hear that they are talking up somewhere, they are going to study and so on, let me know and I'll pay your transportation to go and listen. So it started with the likes of Mrs. Rawlings, Auntie Cecilia Johnson, Edith Hazel, the Nisha Yaite, Reverend Joyce Ayi, and of course, Professor Nana Jinopokwajiman, who is the third female vice chancellor of a public university. So I hold in very high esteem these women. Now, what the leader of the majority group did was to question how and why the NDC picked Professor Nana Jin as running mate to amazing flag bearer John Dramani Mahama. And my question to Afenyo was, in what capacity are you now telling us the biggest party in this country who we should pick? You will vote for the person. So why should that be your problem? The other thing he said was to question her performance as a minister for education. This is a woman who had less than 4 years. And in his own closing remarks, he said that Professor Nana Jin built 26 E-blocks. Granted, I disagree with him, but granted that it is 26. How many has his party built in 8 years? The woman who taught you, for you to be so eloquent now, you are questioning the ability to be running mate at the back of the celebration of the International Women's Day. How on God's earth am I supposed to sit quietly and let that slide? It cannot be. It cannot be. So I took full exception to his attempt to denigrate the lady, talk down about her, and question us for picking Professor Nana Jane Okwajiman. If we take 10 women in this country, if we don't mention Professor Nana Jane's name, then you are hypocritical. I'm sorry, this is my opinion. I'm not expecting the whole of Ghana to agree with me. But this is my opinion because he's done more, and this country has rewarded her for doing more by giving her the Star of the Volta for distinction in education. So the states agree with me. Why should the Honorable Afenyo Markins, who, by the way, I admire, I've sent him messages on the floor when he eloquently makes a point. I don't have to agree with him, but when he speaks well, I tell him. So if he
I'm just here, my main chair and the seminary chair, more shutdown tia CDNTia. If I go Gomashie, the one and I say, or Kasai defend the Prof. Jane. Which I think Markins, I can't say more parliament as seminar basically chair. Prof. Jane Mensa and you be deserve to be the running mate for John Dramani Mahama. And I said, even say NDC to me when election about the vice president for John Dramani Mahama, which means the second lady of the land, basically, because she will be the vice president. Now, Busiana Gomashie, a boo of Honorable Gomashie, boo of Gidigidi or come was some say. What Afenyo Markins Kai and they say, as a would degrade the mamma. Upon all the mamma, I dear Boagan, mamma positions our hoodie. Stools me boy education sector, still now go full boom mamma and enemy tear. Abusiana Nama Gomashie boo of course, Gomashie mamma from Tamon the son of start to share mamma, our year mamma as her role model. Chabusa Mutimiti and Casamkamutimus Gomashie, honorable, is very hurt by say a friend say a current majority leader, kind majority of the Markins, it me can't say me for Prof. Jane. Mutimus Mamma National Power, because all she's talking out of pain. No one take you something lightly. Nabusan, yes, to play, Abusan, what can some power now as we get into it, Mose. Just a mamma and the boy for pass the American and now grow, and the main question in Tina.
is wrong, it is my duty to tell him too. And on this occasion, I think that he crossed the red line. What we are looking for is he for she who will promote us women. We are in the majority, and that's not conjecture. This is in our census. So I had to vehemently disagree with him and demand that he retract. He actually doused the fire by coming back when, after 1 hour, to retract what he had said. But let it be a signal to those who, and I've seen the reaction of some neophytes and uninitiated people telling us that then we should get ready for more. Well, you bring on the more and come and face more. Because if you attack women, it is getting out of hand. When she was nominated in 2020, I have, and I'm sure if you Google it, you'll find it, high-ranking people in their party in the Ashanti region calling this woman all kinds of names. We brought her back, and you are going to start this thing again. Revise your notes. We will not take it sitting down. We will oppose it, and you will drag us into calling others out too. We want to promote decent politics because we have decent people representing our beloved party, the NDC. Let's all be guarded and watch our tongue.
Now, the majority chief whip's response is that, of course, you dragged in Dr. Baumia on many occasions. You mentioned him when the debate was ongoing. So he was surprised that you had an issue that your running mate to was the subject of your running mate's name came up in the debate. What do you say to that?
That is the vice president not being paid by the taxpayer? If he criticizes his work, how is that going to be equated to Professor Nana Jane, who is a running mate? When she was Minister for Education, you criticized her for promoting sanitary towels for our girls, which, by the way, I celebrated. Hey, did you hear me speak about it? It was the opinion because she was the serving minister, and you had a problem with her. So if now I have a problem with Dr. Baumia, who raises my hopes very high and dashes it and slumps it down and takes it and turns around to behave as if he didn't say he didn't mean what he said. How is that on an equal playing field? I think that he should look at the context within which he did what he did. When you were to give a closer remarks of the State of the Nation's address, how is Professor Nana James being picked as running mate part of the State of the Nation? Has her choice as our running mate affected the electricity supply? I haven't had water flowing in my tap for close to 3 months. Is her being picked that John Dramani Mahama the reason why I don't have water in my tap? What kind of comparison is that?
Now, having said that, are you satisfied with the response of the minority leader after you raised those issues on the floor? The majority leader, actually.
Satisfied with what?
How he responded.
Even when he came to a chat?
Yes.
Oh, well, I started a bit of communication, didn't I? His words and his demeanor changed. And I'm willing to cut him some slack. But I've sent him a caution, and I'll repeat it again, that he must be careful what he says about us women. We are empowering women to be at the decision-making table. The few who have dared to do what my late mother couldn't do, if you speak against them, I too will come after you. He has shown some kind of remorse. I wish he had done more to send a strong signal to those who believe in him and follow him that they are not going to go on that tangent. But as I said, I'm willing to cut him some slack. But I'll call him out any day he attacks any woman, and most especially this fine academic mother, professor, that we women are happy that has been picked by President John Dramani Mahama to be on the ticket for us. Don't go there. Just don't go there. Don't try it again. You see, but that will not be good. You see, I can't do this. So, so what's Rabba, Mammy, so dear? Anyway, now you're better. That's
I was saying, Obi ending the lame is the right way there is. They should stop attacking each other because I was saying Ghana politics now something old, you know. I didn't know that now for the started shut up now, so draining shedding you said the idea and I say, I'm not doing 34 and you could tell me, and none of those you saw Ghana politics say, maybe you're doing so. We are snake in them, Titi Adrian, see to Mrs. Summer. Ghana politics now quite propaganda attack, attack. Obviously, do a see to me stop it. And those things about women now, just all banned to me, you were obviously Titi Adrian. Some receipt to me clear through. So, and then I'm going to come in the yard, which also chill a wadron. So, I'm going to team and home by the assembly.
fashion year. It is Seneca. More would go Afenyo. I'm not Afenyo. Young sir, that was another day you have done the rough. It's you the chili dear. I was see a cow. Now, me too, my cow, the fashion year. It's a beautiful land. So, hey, once Afenyo has tried it, and we didn't say him. You two don't go and try it. Go and try what is good. And if you can't celebrate her, don't try to go and put her name in the mud. Because a good property why they put at the chip. You could use at the time of your home. This woman, we didn't pick her from at the tail. She's a good papa. Even this woman represented us on the university the committee twice. No, don't try it again.
I see. So you won't tolerate okay, so
you see, me the small 7 years I did at the University of Ghana, getting a diploma, a first degree and my MPhil. Master, if you hadn't helped me, then I come at home saying da. So for this woman to be able to get to that level, it is inspirational. Why are we celebrating International Women's Day? Why are we saying that the percentage of females in leadership is one thing in this country, and that other countries are doing better than us? Then the few who are trying, we cannot celebrate them. If you just found there every year, I want to see real progress. I want to see many more women say that because she did, she too can. I told you Mama didn't go to the university. But she said that those who have, watch them and learn from them. So I managed to go and work in Mrs. Wallace's office so I could learn, and boy did I learn. All those women who used to come there, that's one of the women. I worked at the National Commission on Culture when she was in charge of the copyright administration. I used to be in my office and look through the window as she's coming in and going out every day. We need role models. Maybe I'd have turned out a criminal who knows if I didn't see these women. So, I know, going forward, let me sound this note of caution again and again and again. Don't attack the women who have achieved in the NDC. Because for the young people who love the NDC, these are the people who want them to emulate. And I'll do the same for the MPP side. Don't attack women.
Honorable, thank you very much for speaking to us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Abusian, what say? Was it don't attack women? And I'm making Abusian echo say Ghana politician say attack we or your other political party in Kwande. Your propaganda can't say me Una or your town fool said damn. Politicians now portray some character with TV and no radio so I'm to my phone number supported political parties and so they are showing themselves. So when me party mon kwande or my town for so saying that's not how it's supposed to be. That a tear drain or is it to me flow as a group maybe as it will be a timid in Tiba and the KBA MPP and there was CCR would bore mine. Uncle and this in for the I dream by me bore mine because Ghana be a union idea. You will be something to me common natural resources. It's a natural resources. Sorry, I do be something common resources. Boom. I'm talking about I drain the BBA, no money, no other bomb, in Ghana. So Ghana, I don't know. There's a new one and there was some quality of best sale. This year. But the back home, the car is very important. Say, you should attack women. As a Kamia is a Ghana, so you're born as Africa, especially Africa. You're not to see some kind of position be a sabi ni person some way be say one deserve and someone some fantasy about that kind of position. We shall start to tear draining in some receipt to make clear. Because minimum or my being for my being to say the Ghana crash on some ambition. Makes me really Ghana better than the men now to say. We have the men for now sorry and I'm about good TV so no radio so now we can do model. Busua so kyerɛ w'adwen. Meda ase sɛ obi ahwɛ. Busua kyerɛ w'adwen. Ne like nso na hyɛ.